In the unfolding narrative of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, the Russian Ministry of Defense has made headlines with their strategic use of precision-guided bombs. These bombs, deployed by Su-34 multipurpose combat bombers, have been directed at Ukrainian troop gatherings with notable success. This is part of Russia's broader military strategy, which recently saw them gain control over the village of Voskreshenka in the Krasnoarmysk district of the self-proclaimed Donetsk People's Republic. This victory comes on the heels of capturing the villages of Petropavlov and Remevka in the district of Welikaya Novoselka, showcasing the Russian armed forces' tactical progress in this ongoing conflict. The city of Hasivyar, located to the west of Bakhmut, has become a critical area as Russian units advance into multi-story buildings on the southern front, reaching pivotal positions along Dniprovskaya Street. The intensifying operations highlight the high stakes, as Ukrainian forces find themselves encircled from multiple directions, leading to fierce encounters in the northwest vicinity. The collapse of Ukrainian defensive lines west of Kurashovo further complicates the situation for Ukrainian forces in the Donetsk People's Republic. Yet the conflict is not one-sided. Ukrainian armed forces have mounted their own attacks on various Russian regions, using drones and other weapon systems. On the night of January 19th, Russian air defenses reportedly intercepted 2 drones over the Belgorod and Bryansk regions. In response to Ukraine's use of tactical missiles like the ATACMS, manufactured in the United States, the Russian armed forces launched precise strikes on Ukraine's military-industrial facilities, notably targeting the design office Luch, known for producing long-range guided missiles such as the Neptune and Olka types. The Russian Air Force's Su-34 fighter bombers also launched attacks on Ukrainian armored vehicles and troops in the border district of the Kursk region, utilizing glide and guided bombs. The Russian Ministry of Defense described these operations as a counter to perceived threats, while Ukraine grapples with the implications of the Russian Oreshnik missile. In an interview on January 19th, the commander-in-chief of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, Oleksandr Syrsky, acknowledged the significant threat posed by the Oreshnik missile to Ukraine's national security. Despite its advanced features and ballistic capabilities, Ukraine currently lacks the means to intercept this missile, a reality that Syrsky emphasized as a critical concern. Efforts are underway to enhance Ukraine's missile defense system, with Syrsky highlighting the importance of engaging allies in negotiations to acquire such capabilities. This sentiment is echoed by President Volodymyr Zelensky, who continues to appeal for international support, particularly in the form of additional Patriot missile defense systems developed by the United States. Syrsky's remarks underscore the urgency of bolstering Ukraine's defensive capabilities as the conflict persists. Meanwhile, the Russian Oreshnik missile continues to dominate the discourse, with its initial launch on November 21, 2024, targeting a weapons factory in Dnipro, Ukraine. The missile's journey from the Kapustin Yar test site in the Astrakhan region to Dnipro, covering a distance of approximately 800 kilometers at a speed exceeding Mach 11, has been described as a significant milestone for the Russian missile and space industry. The Oreshnik missile's capabilities, including its speed of Mach 10, which equates to over 12,200 kilometers per hour, and its destructive power likened to a tactical nuclear attack without radioactive fallout, have positioned it as a formidable tool in Russia's arsenal. President Vladimir Putin's statements on December 26, 2024, further emphasized the strategic significance of the Oreshnik, declaring it operationally ready and almost unstoppable, even against the most advanced Western air defense systems. In his interview with journalist Pavel Sarubin on the TV channel Russia 1, Putin highlighted the missile as a historical milestone for Russia, while also reiterating Moscow's updated nuclear doctrine, sending a strong message to Washington. Nevertheless, Putin asserted that nuclear escalation may not be necessary, as the Oreshnik missile itself represents a new level of deterrence. In the backdrop of these developments, Ukraine continues to face relentless pressure, with President Zelensky reporting over 1,000 attacks on Ukrainian targets by Russia. These include the deployment of glide bombs and nearly 60 missiles in a single week, according to Zelensky. The Ukrainian Air Defense Forces claim to have intercepted 33 missiles, including cruise missiles, and neutralized over 300 Russian threats. The destruction caused by these attacks is starkly illustrated in videos released by Zelensky, showing the aftermath in areas such as Kyiv, Zaporizhzhia, and the eastern region of Donbass. As the conflict, which began in February 2022, approaches its third year, the situation remains dire. The Russian Ministry of Defense recently announced the capture of additional areas in eastern Ukraine, solidifying their control. Oleksandr Syrsky, the commander-in-chief of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, expressed concerns on January 19th about the shortage of combat-ready soldiers, a challenge exacerbated by age restrictions for military service in Ukraine. Despite all men aged 18 and older being subject to military service, only those over 25 are actively required to serve. This has led to difficulties in mobilizing sufficient troops to meet the demands of the ongoing conflict. In an effort to reinforce combat power at the front, the Ukrainian army has been compelled to transfer soldiers from logistics and supply units, as well as the Air Force, to frontline positions. The strain on Ukraine's military resources is palpable, as the nation grapples with the complexities of war and the need for sustained international support. Allies have urged Ukraine to lower the age limit for military service, highlighting the urgency of the situation. As the world watches this unfolding drama, questions linger about the future trajectory of the conflict. What began as a regional struggle has evolved into a geopolitical flashpoint with global implications. The resilience of the Ukrainian people and their leaders is tested daily, while the international community is called upon to consider the broader ramifications of the conflict. The interplay of military strategies, technological advancements, and diplomatic negotiations continues to shape the narrative, leaving observers to ponder the potential paths to resolution. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of this conflict, one cannot help but wonder, what will it take to bring lasting peace to this war-torn region? And how will the lessons learned here influence future conflicts around the globe? These questions remain at the forefront, urging us to stay informed, engaged, and supportive of efforts to achieve a peaceful resolution. Together, let us reflect on the role each of us plays in shaping the future, and how we can contribute to a world where conflicts are resolved not through force, but through dialogue and cooperation. The situation in Ukraine presents a complex and ever-evolving landscape, where the stakes are increasingly high and the implications profound. As the conflict continues to unfold, the narratives of both struggle and resilience emerge, painting a vivid picture of a nation determined to defend its sovereignty against formidable odds. The Ukrainian leadership, spearheaded by President Volodymyr Zelensky, continues to rally international support, emphasizing the critical need for advanced defensive capabilities. The appeal for additional Patriot missile defense systems, developed by the United States, is a testament to the strategic importance of bolstering Ukraine's defenses in the face of persistent threats. Yet the challenge remains. Will the international community respond with the necessary urgency and resources? On the other side of this conflict, Russia's deployment of the Oreshnik missile serves as a stark reminder of the rapid advancements in military technology and the shifting dynamics of global power. The Oreshnik's capabilities, particularly its speed and precision, pose significant challenges to existing defense systems and call for a re-evaluation of strategic doctrines worldwide. This development raises the specter of an arms race, with nations scrambling to adapt to the new realities of warfare and the potential for escalation ever present. The broader implications of this conflict extend beyond the battlefield, touching on economic sanctions, energy dependencies, and the intricate web of alliances that define international relations in the 21st century. As these dynamics play out, the resilience of the human spirit shines through, with stories of solidarity and humanitarian efforts offering glimpses of hope amidst the devastation. Communities both within and outside Ukraine come together to support those affected by the conflict, showcasing a shared commitment to alleviating suffering and fostering peace. As observers of this unfolding drama, we are compelled to reflect on the lessons of history and the potential paths forward. The courage and determination of those on the front lines, coupled with the strategic calculations of leaders and the diplomatic efforts of allies, form a delicate dance that seeks a resolution, honoring both justice and peace. The road ahead is fraught with uncertainties, yet it is also paved with opportunities for understanding and reconciliation. In contemplating the future trajectory of this conflict, we are reminded of our collective responsibility to engage with the complexities of the world and to strive for a more peaceful and cooperative global community. The questions linger. How can we contribute to a world where conflicts are resolved through dialogue rather than force? What steps can be taken to ensure that the lessons learned from this conflict inspire positive change on a global scale? These questions urge us to remain informed, engaged, and supportive of efforts to achieve a lasting peace. As we conclude this exploration into the heart of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, we invite you to join us in reflecting on the role each of us plays in shaping the future. Through continued dialogue and cooperation, we can work towards a world that reflects our highest aspirations for peace and justice. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we encourage you to share your thoughts, subscribe for more in-depth analyses, and participate in fostering a community committed to understanding and peace. Together, let us navigate the challenges of our time and build a future that honors our shared humanity. As we delve deeper into the complexities of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, the global community finds itself at a pivotal moment. The stakes have never been higher, and the implications of this ongoing struggle are profound, touching every corner of the world. The reverberations of this conflict extend far beyond the immediate region, influencing geopolitical alliances, economic stability, and the global balance of power. The resilience of Ukraine in the face of overwhelming odds stands as a testament to the strength of its people and leadership. President Volodymyr Zelensky, along with his government, continues to navigate this challenging landscape by seeking international support and emphasizing the urgent need for advanced defensive systems. The call for additional Patriot missile defense systems from the United States underscores the critical nature of bolstering Ukraine's defenses. This plea highlights the strategic necessity of maintaining sovereignty and security amidst relentless threats. On the flip side, Russia's introduction of the Oreshnik missile into the theater of conflict marks a significant shift in military capabilities. This missile, with its unprecedented speed and precision, represents a new era in warfare technology. Its deployment challenges existing defense strategies and necessitates a re-evaluation of military doctrines globally. The potential for an arms race looms large as nations grapple with the implications of these advancements and the risk of escalation. The broader impact of this conflict stretches beyond military engagements, influencing economic sanctions, energy dependencies, and the intricate alliances that characterize 21st century international relations. Amid these challenges, stories of solidarity and humanitarian efforts emerge, offering hope and demonstrating the enduring spirit of cooperation among communities worldwide. These acts of kindness and unity serve as a reminder of the shared values that bind humanity together, even in times of strife. As the world watches this unfolding drama, we are compelled to reflect on the lessons of history and the potential paths toward resolution. The courage and determination of those on the front lines, combined with the strategic maneuvers of leaders and the diplomatic efforts of allies, form a complex dance that seeks to balance justice and peace. The journey toward resolution is fraught with challenges, yet it is imbued with the potential for understanding and reconciliation. In contemplating the future trajectory of this conflict, we are reminded of our collective responsibility to engage with the complexities of the world actively. The questions remain pressing. How can we contribute to a world where conflicts are resolved through dialogue, not force? What steps can ensure that the lessons learned from this conflict inspire positive change on a global scale? These questions urge us to remain informed, engaged, and supportive of efforts to achieve lasting peace. As we conclude our exploration into the heart of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, we invite you to join us in reflecting on the role each of us plays in shaping the future. Through continued dialogue and cooperation, we can work towards a world that reflects our highest aspirations for peace and justice. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We encourage you to share your thoughts, subscribe for more in-depth analyses, and participate in fostering a community committed to understanding and peace. Together, let us navigate the challenges of our time and build a future that honors our shared humanity.